It's time for baseball in the Bay Area as we welcome you to the Oakland Coliseum. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland A's. The M's will try to complete the series sweep on the road against their division rivals right after this. Jarrell Cotton, the pitcher from the Virgin Islands, is the starter on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last three starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
At the plate, D. Gordon. He will lead this one off today.
Gordon.
Popped up. Hernandez is there, and that's the first out of the inning. A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, you better keep an eye on Robinson Cano as this game moves along. This guy is one of the great hitters of all time. 300 batting average with 300 home runs. That is a tremendous combo. He's a fun player to watch.
Now batting, Matt Duffy. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Here's the first pitch to him. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Now at the plate, Mitch Haniger. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the changeup is way low that time. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment. Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
Well, D-Row, you have to love that if you're a hitter. You get ahead in the count 2-0. You get a fastball right down the middle, and he sure knew what to do with it.
Are you kidding me? You fight tooth and nail to get into count leverage at bats. 2-0, 3-1, 1-0 to buy yourself that fastball middle cut, and he didn't miss it.
Here now is Mike Zunino. The 1-0 home. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Haniger is off of first with 2 away. Runner goes for second. Pitch is way outside and he can't even get a glove on it. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. 3-1 to him now. Little dribbler up the first baseline, but that one rolls foul. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. 1 left for Seattle. Mariners nothing. A's coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Felix Hernandez is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mariners. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, here he is, King Felix, also known as the King. Big arm, 5-pitch mix, mid to upper 90s fastball, slider, curve, changeup, and split. Some people think he throws too many pitches. Well, I know one thing. This guy's been a good pitcher for a long time, and he is one of the few aces in the game of baseball.
Digging in now, Cesar Hernandez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. fellas, the Mariners entering play here this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, not an easy thing to do, D-Row, to get a sweep, a 3-game sweep on the road. They've won the first 2, looking to put a bow on this one here.
Yeah, to win 3 on the road, Dan. Significantly difficult in today's game. You try and take care of business at home. This would be huge for this team.
Called strike, and he's behind 1-2.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
Hit back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And right out of the gates, the Mariners will be forced to deal with his speed at first base. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. Keon Broxton puts a pair on the board with that long ball. Home run number 5 on the year, and Oakland has moved out in front here 2-0.
And he even knew he got away with one here. He was late on the pitch, barely catching up to it, but he has enough strength to muscle it off the foul pole for a homer. Cheap? No way. That's impressive.
Now at the plate, Jed Lowe. As we take a look at the splits between April and May.
Jed Lowe.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he fouls this one off. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And Hernandez won't get him to chase this one. It's a full count now. 3-2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here. And when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys. And when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
And the sinker runs too low here as he loses him. It's ball 4.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close. So I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. The head-to-head history with King Felix. He's just 2 for 9. He also has 1 home run. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air down the right field line. Haniger in pursuit. He's got it 1 away. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matty, how about Andrew Benintendi? He's been the fire starter for this team. Last 10 games, how about an on-base percentage of over 400? As he goes, so goes the team. He's playing great ball and making things happen.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
Yeah, when you're almost hitting guys, that's a sign that you're a little bit too jumpy out there to start the game. So that's a good move by the guy behind the plate to just come out and talk to him and encourage him and settle him down a little bit.
The 1-0 home. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in there. Base hit.
Batting 6th. Designated hitter, Chris.
Stepping into the box, Chris Davis. And he's looking to turn things around. Ice cold at the plate in recent action. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Davis connects and sends it to deep left field. Into the second deck and gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Number 11 for him on the season. And the A's add on more. It's now a 5-0 game.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. As Hernandez is going to jump ahead of him here with strike 1.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one. And this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-2. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. Full count now. 3-2. Josh Fegley, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed, strike 3.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Weak chopper up the line. That winds up foul. Hernandez gets the sign. 0-2 on its way. And a breaking ball stays outside.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
A bouncer up the middle. Stopped on the slide by Cano. Got him. So give him 5 runs in the inning, with the big blows being the 2 home runs. We'll move to the second inning here in Oakland. Oakland is on top in this one, 5. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. He's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Benintendi comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. The guy I want to focus on is outfielder Andrew Benintendi. Also a hybrid type outfielder, forced to move to a corner in Boston with the likes of Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts out there, but a guy who can play center with a strong, accurate arm, and we know he can roll the ball.
A ball and 2 strikes. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the Mariners have dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road, especially when you're playing a division opponent.
Benintendi is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. Seager, right field, and carrying well. Croxton ranging back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he is into second with a 2-out double. So perhaps some new life in the inning here with a 2-out double in the second. And you can see the M's leaderboard in that category right there, as he currently finds himself 3rd best on the squad. Gene Segura is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Hernandez fields it cleanly, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Into the box now, Boog Powell set to lead off the home half of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. And this will land foul. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. Home run number 2 for him on the year. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Into the box, Cesar Hernandez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. Here it comes, 1-0. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. No outs, nobody on. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Hit weakly back to the mound. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Okay, here's how the Mariners are going to line up defensively. And let's focus on Robinson Cano, one of the softest hands in all our sport. Probably turns one of the best double plays in the game, captain of the defense.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Keon Broxton. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up. Here comes the first pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. This one's down to third. Seager fields it cleanly, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 8.
Stepping in, Jed Lowry. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Hernandez is ready. Here comes the first pitch. And he popped him up. Seager in foul ground. And this will land foul.
It looked like, from our perspective, he gave up on that one a little too quick and then tried to emergency hack late.
And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. And he popped him up, but this will land untouched. The 1-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. There's Cano. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. The A's add on to their lead with the solo home run. We've played 2. Back now at the Oakland Coliseum on a fine day for baseball in the East Bay. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Changeup in for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Outside for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Waiting on it is Benintendi, and that ends the inning. Mariners are down in order. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. So here's the cleanup hitter, Matt Chapman. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Now the 1-0. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 14 on the season as this lead swells to 7-0.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Now batting, left fielder.
In now, Andrew Benintendi. As he will swing at the first pitch and line this one into left center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. But baseball is a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
Well, that sinker is normally a really important pitch for him, but it really hasn't been effective so far. It just looks kind of flat.
The 1-0 home. In the dirt here. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. 2-1 to count. Benintendi stands at second with no outs. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Matt Olson will be next. Set. Here's the 3-1. Hits this one hard the other way, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey guys, you take your hat off to the batter right there. He was obviously, you could see in his approach, he was trying to work that ball the other way, and he finds a hole. Now it's first and third. Mucho problemas.
Now here comes the Mariners skipper out to the mound. And that will be all we see this afternoon of the Cy Young Award winner, Felix Hernandez. So the pitching line will not be kind to him here this afternoon, as he just pretty much could not get anything working. Erasmo Ramirez is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. And they're runners at the corners now. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Line drive, base hit. In to score, the runner from third.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Into the box now, Josh Phegley fouled off. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. None out, runners at first and second. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the A's catcher. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gordon has a read on it. He makes the play. Runner tags and hits for third. The relay, the tag, and he is out at third base. It's a double play. So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. Head-to-head with Erasmo Ramirez. He's got a 3-for-5 line. From the belt, the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Ramirez is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs that you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 5 base hits, no errors, and 2 left. On now to the digging in to try it again, Mitch Haniger. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And he takes ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. Here's Robbie Cano now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Ripped down the line. And that's through for a hit. Long throw to third. And he's out on a strong throw. Tony Zitch is forced onto the mound now following the injury.
Number 56.
Ryan Healy will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
3-0 to him now. 3-1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Mariners leave 1. Still 8-0. Ready once again, Keon Broxton. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First offering on its way. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he will get there as the A's have themselves a leadoff double.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
Here's Jed Lowry now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Lifted the other way out to left center. Gamble is in pursuit. One away. Standing in, Matt Chapman. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. Make it 9-0.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in, and he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Gordon is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Here's Chris Davis now. Last time through was a base hit. He's set, and the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Gordon is after it, and that ends the inning. 2 hits lead to a run here for Oakland. We played 4 full. The A's lead this one. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He'll start off the 5th in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Line to the right side. Broxton is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. Segura can be considered a bit of a one. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. First pitch on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Grounded to first. Olsen right there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. They're down 9-0. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olsen. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Baseman, Olsen.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled away. Now here it comes. A fastball that just misses inside. Two and one to the A's first baseman. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Final line there for the Mariners starting pitcher. Not the day he was hoping for when he took the mound. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hard on the ground towards short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. Settling in now, Lowe. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's D. Gordon now. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
2-1 count now to the Mariners leadoff batter. Now he'll step off. Gordon ahead, 3 balls and a strike. Matt Duffy waits on deck. Mariners center fielder now with a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Skied into straightaway right. Broxton's under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Up next for Seattle, designated hitter.
Into the box now, Matt Duffy. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Now the pitch. In there, strike 1. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Popped him up. Hernandez backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Up next for
At the plate, Mitch Haniger, 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. In there at the knees, strike 1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
A ball and 2 strikes to Mitch Haniger. Missed with a slider.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Chapman waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Mariners are down in order. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Cesar Hernandez. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. He's ready. Here's the first offering. High in the air out to center field. Gordon is in his tracks now. 1 pitch, 1 away. And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. First delivery to him on the way. Lowe with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Gordon is there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Next up for the A's, Jed Lowry. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses low and away. Ball 1. Slow grounder to first. Healy brings it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the A's, but they hold it. Here now is Mike Zunino. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
1-0 the count. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Missed with a breaking ball.
He may be down 2-0 after those first two pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
To 2-2 now. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. He's around first, heading for two. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
This game might be over for all intents and purposes, but somebody forgot to tell this guy. He's a grinder, and he's going to approach every at-bat like it's his last. Does it again here and delivers a double into the gap.
Chapman in foul ground. Cano waiting on the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Colombe, originally from the state of Missouri. He was a 25th round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Robinson Cano was down for the first out in the 7th inning.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. Zunino ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. Safe at the plate as they inch back here, but there's still a ways to go. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And there's out number 2 as this is taken in shy of the track, and the runner will have to retreat. Gene Segura standing in. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good breaking ball that time in for a strike.
He dropped that curveball in for a strike right there. But don't kid yourself, that's a dangerous pitch. He needs to start thinking about maybe working that back door.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. It's stretch time here in Oaktown. The A's lead it 9-1. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman.
Leading off for the A's, third baseman, Chapman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gordon on the move. Makes the play, 1 away. Riding in once again, Andrew Benintendi. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. Now this ball popped up. Playable, however, behind the plate for Zunino. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Digging in, Chris Davis. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a ball, 1-0.
As long as you actually get it inside, that 2-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
That evens it up, 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. He'll start us off in the 8th. First offering on its way. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Sinking line drive out to right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. The throw into second. But he'll be in there with a double.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat hit out front and pull it into the gap in the right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
D. Gordon is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. On the ground to the left side. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. Next will be the designated hitter, Matt Duffy. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Trevor Rosenthal is into the ballgame now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Trevor Rosenthal.
As a look, now the pitch. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike.
Man, the Mariners have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game long. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
And to score, the runner from second. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. He's set, now the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. Here now is Mike Zunino. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
The guy on the mound must have a different scouting report than we have right here. This looks like a beautiful situation for a double play right here, but he continues to pound up in the zone.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Mike Zunino goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here's Robbie Cano now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Way late on the fastball for strike 1.
Hey, you could tell his eyes lit up on that ball right there. It was a little up, but it was out over the plate. Tough pitch to pull, and this guy's known for going deep pull side.
The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. Mariners forced to settle for 1. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Oakland is. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch on its way. Turned on down the line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. The Mariners came into this one riding pretty high, presented with the opportunity to sweep the series. However, it has clearly not gone the way they'd hoped.
One of the things you have to do is play 27 outs and not give any at-bats away. They're down by several runs here. It doesn't look good, but they still have a chance. And when you have a chance, you have hope.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And it's fouled away. And for the opposition, finishing this one off and salvaging a win in the series will sort of allow them to at least save a little face here at home.
No doubt about it. The last thing you want to do is get beat around in your own backyard. You want to make your home ballpark a winning ballpark. So winning this one and avoiding the sweep could be just what the doctor ordered.
First offering on its way. Drilled down the line. And this is past him at third. Down the line. It's a fair ball. Oh, but the feet of the shortstop is off the mark.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so he got the changeup. He was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And there's out number 2. Ready now, Cesar Hernandez. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. He's set. Here it comes. Ball one. Fegley on third with 2 out. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. The 1-1 home. Line toward right center. And that'll get down out there. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Now batting, right fielder, Keon Broxton.
Ready for another shot now. Keon Broxton trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. First pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his third RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Boy, I'd say those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Here's Jed Lowry now. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Gordon moves over, and that ends the inning. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy, starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. Striding in, Kyle Seager. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Powell is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2. Standing in, Gene Segura. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
That changeup came in at 89 miles an hour. You know a guy throws hard when his off speed is in the high 80s.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. To first. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
11-2 is the way this ball game ends. Oakland jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Tony Zitch claims the win out of the pen, his first. Felix Hernandez is slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score.